Trading does not work. I often heard this sentence. It normally comes from different people, normally people who obviously are trading and are encountering losses. So I don't like the sentence as is, because I have a different evidence from myself and from students in the Unger Academy. But it's true that we often listen to this. And also, we listen to it from people who never traded sometimes. People who answer in forums or on YouTube comments with a firmness, a strength, so that it appears as if they are the only people in the world knowing the truth. Trading does not work. Don't discuss with. There's no argument with this guy because he knows the truth. He's the man. They have never traded in their life. They don't know what it is all about. They just rely on something. And then there are obviously these aspiring traders who start with something, but they don't really apply seriously. They want immediate results. Everybody would like to have immediate results, but we know it's not that easy. So they want these immediate results. They start, they go, and they don't obtain it. Not the way they expected maybe. So they start changing approach. This method does not work. I will try the other one that's more serious. And again, after a while, they change again. Maybe they change mentor. This is a scam for sure. This other guy is better. They go there, and after a while they change again, and so they're in a loop. Sometimes they quit the right moment when it was starting to produce profits, maybe. But okay, let's say they're not that unlucky. But in any case, they change too often, and they never deepen anything of all the things that they do. They don't do anything seriously, I would say, because seriously means you learn what you are doing, you put it in place the right way, and you give that approach the necessary time to show what it can do, or to see if it reflects what you were expecting from that approach, the plan and so on. You remember? Okay. Then there are long-term investors, and they start claiming that trading is for losers. The right way to go is investing. You put your money in ETFs or funds or whatever, and you forget about that. Or you trade that every month, some sort of asset allocation, things like that. But trading is just to pay the banks with all the commissions that you generate and so on. That's a point of view. I respect the point of view, and I firmly believe that if you are good at business, at investing, you should do it. I mean, if you like it, you should do it. And I also believe that investing with asset allocation or things like that is something that is productive and is certainly profitable. You must like it, you must study it the same way you study trading, and then you can apply it. But why should trading be bad and that way should be good? This is the absurd of the thing. I mean, I respect what you do, you should respect what I do, because I believe that both can be profitable. And normally, trading is a bit more profitable than investing. If you look at the number at the end of the year, not always, of course, but normally it is. So you can argument that it's crazy to dedicate all this time and pay all those commissions to get a slightly better result. Whereas like can be 1%, 5%, 10% more, I don't know. I may agree with that, okay, yes, it's a point of view, but it doesn't mean that this approach doesn't work and the only true approach is that one. Again, this is an exaggeration that we find from some people there. Trading has something where, of course, I trade because I feel, for example, that jumping in and out from a market, I have a higher degree of control of what I do. Just a feeling. It's just a mindset. It's not right or wrong. It's a mindset. And instead of sitting in a trade, waiting for a month, 2, or just a time exit after 6 months, I prefer to be there jumping in and out, which might be wrong, which might be leading to losses, but I feel to have a higher degree of control of what I'm doing. Just a feeling. There are many people like me, so obviously for these people, trading is a better solution than investing. By the way, growing in age, I also slowly moving to investing because all this hectic way of going is sort of being too challenging for me now, and I prefer also something which is quieter. Investing, option trading, things that are a little bit more relaxing from a certain point of view. But again, it's just a matter of age in this case, a matter of money. It's not a matter of that works, that doesn't work. Trading works if it's done properly. If you want to become a trader, you need to do it seriously, and this is very important, with right expectations. You have to set expectations. If you want to trade because you believe you will double your capital in a couple of weeks, obviously you are completely wrong. Being completely wrong is then leading to frustration, because you will never achieve what you expected. Not achieving what you expected leads to this frustration where you start blaming everything and everywhere and making bad mistakes, probably changing things too often. Now, the expectation have to be set properly in anything, of course, but setting the expectation also means having knowledge about what you do, and many people don't have enough knowledge about trading because they are misled by an industry of scams or whatever you can call it, where you really believe that you can hit the jackpot in trading. It's not the case. Trading is a business, a serious business, a business that I like, a business that can be thrilling, can be interesting, committing, but it's a business that has to be faced seriously. And if you do so, it works. It works, maybe not the way you do, but it works over a horizon of time. Sometimes you study, you develop a strategy using 10 years of data, then after 2 weeks it doesn't perform, you drop it. 2 weeks. And you judge it on 10 years, and after 2 weeks you stop. How many periods of losing 2 weeks would be there in the equity time that you don't see because the equity time is too narrow, and you stop it? It's a mindset. It's not trading that doesn't work. It's you as a trader who don't work because you don't have a plan. You don't have a plan. The plan should be, this is the strategy, this is the expectation, and I expect this to generate that and this. Okay, when, in 6 months, in 1 year, when should I stop it if it does? If it exceeds this and this, but I hardly believe that in 2 weeks it can exceed all the parameters that you're setting. But because if it's that the case, probably the parameters were set in a wrong way. And again, it's a mistake in planning, not a mistake in trading itself. So trading can be a useful tool to invest your money. You must be aware of what you are going towards, and you can be an investor, you can be a trader, and you can do whatever you want, but you have to be aware. And some other guys say that I state that systematic trading is the only reasonable answer to traders. Not exactly. I mean, I don't blame discretionary trading as is. I normally say that systematic trading is the best choice for aspiring traders because you are much more in control of what you do, and the end result is much more integrating with your personal life, and the control about the whole activity is much easier because you are there with numbers to base on, not on gut feeling or on charts and so on. So if you are a good discretionary trader and you're really good at that, absolutely do that. Don't think about systematic trading. But if you don't know exactly what to do, I strongly believe that systematic trading is the better way to go because there are a number of points where you can really plan your activity in a due way and understand what to do and how to react to wrong periods which happen. So again, I'm not saying that discretionary trading is the devil and systematic trading is heaven. No. I just say that it's normally a better choice, and I notice that also from my students because what they were looking for could be found in systematic trading, but probably not in discretionary trading. Or the other way, I always said, maybe you say also that the best in discretionary trading in the world will make more money than the best systematic trader in the world, just based on the way trading is performed. But just this as an information is not enough to make you choose that just because you could make more. You must be the best. Not everybody is the best. The best is one. Not me, in any case, anywhere. So again, you have to try to choose which is easier to follow, which is more comfortable to structure. And systematic trading is the answer in this case. But I'm not saying that the other one is wrong. I'm just saying that this is a better choice for many aspiring traders. So you want to discretionary trade? Fine. You want to be a long-term investor? Fine. You want to be an option trader? Fine. I myself am an option trader. You want to practice systematic trading? Fine. In any case, properly set your expectation. And if you do so, you will probably never come out later and say trading does not work. At least I hope so. Ciao from Andrea Unger.